What is up, boy GBA type people? This is Tom, and today I am bringing you the analyst application for the GBA. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for new people to add to our already great group of guys for the GBA analyst group. Right. So we're looking for people to add to, the likes of me and Kelly and Ryquin and Baby Nick. We want to add you guys in, see what you can do, and see if we can create a bigger, better group of analysts. So this application, all I'm going to be doing is just talking about the ways, what we need from you guys. We need just questions answered, 2 video samples, which I'll get into, and then just some general information. Now, just bear with me as I talk through all of this, and hopefully we find some pretty great guys out of the people that apply. One thing I want to go over with the questions that I'll be talking about, we won't need you to be incredibly wordy or like over the top explaining yourselves. Just less is more sometimes, and just be thorough. Doesn't mean make an essay. Just be thorough as to what the question's asking and what we're looking from you guys. That's all. That's all we need. So, starting off, right here it says GBA D-League. So what that means is we'll be starting you guys off in the D-League. We will be bringing you on just to test you out in the D-League. So you'll be talking about, doing videos in terms of the 8 competitors that have already been established for the GBA D-League, so Season 2. This means that you'll be doing maybe some power ranking videos, some team breakdowns, some strategy breakdowns, even maybe create your own series. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for guys to take on their own initiative, their own series, their own types of ideas that they can build off of, and to make the GBA that much better in terms of the groups that are not only competing, but the group of us who are also analyzing the coaches. So, moving on from there, now I'm going to start getting into the question section and just explain what we need from all of you. First off, we have the analyst applications. So we need your name, your age, YouTube channel, Twitter handle, if you have one, and your Skype contact. The name and the age, very general. The age especially, we want people that are around, our age. We don't need some 12-year-olds, stuff like that. We need to be some sort of continuity with all of us. So we have your YouTube channel. This isn't as important as your Skype contact, but we'd like you to have a YouTube channel and even a Twitter handle, just so we can put it in the graphics, kind of get you guys your name out there, kind of show off who you are. But the YouTube channel we need for the video application, which I'll talk about later. The Skype contact, though, is the most important part of this section. The way that we do this in the GBA is we primarily talk on Skype. We delegate roles, we talk about what needs to be uploaded, the schedules, who's handling what. If we need someone to replace because of a time issue or of a scheduling conflict, we primarily talk on Skype and say, hey, can someone cover this, or can you do this week, or Ryquin needs someone for the recap, or I need someone for the power rankings videos. Can you handle this week? That's how we delegate roles, and that's what we need from you guys. The Skype contact is an absolute must. If you don't have Skype, download it. If you have it downloaded but you never use it, get used to using it because you're going to need it. So just make sure you have all that information. So now we have the questions section. In this section, there'll be multiple questions you guys need to answer. Like I said, don't need essays here, just thorough, good, necessary responses. Starting off, we have the do you have experience with in-depth analysis, and why do you want to be an analyst for the GBA? This type of stuff is appealing to many people. I know it was appealing to me. I watched what Chris did. When I didn't want to compete, when the new season was added in, I was like, you know what? I want to do power rankings, and that was very appealing to just how my mind works, and I'm sure how a lot of people's minds works. I read the comments, I see that people have their own breakdowns of why coaches do things, and just they also have this very analytical way of thinking. That's what we're looking for. So do you have any experience in it, and then why do you want to do it for the GBA that you wouldn't want to do it for anyone else? Just explain that. We're looking for I'm sure we'll get some very varied answers in terms of that question. Then we have the how long have you been watching or have been a fan of the GBA? Is this your first season? Is this your fourth season? Have you been watching since it started when Steve created it back in season 1? Have you watched other leagues, the UCL, the NPL, the PPL? Doesn't matter. We're looking for just how long have you been watching a league type system, and are you a fan of the GBA? And moving on, who's your favorite coach in the GBA? Who has been your favorite coach that maybe isn't a coach now? We're looking for that, and then most importantly, can you be unbiased? We want you all to take the coaches that you'll be talking about and breaking down and looking at. We want you to be unbiased. We want you to put them all on the same scale and judge them accordingly. We don't want you to take one person and put them on a pedestal while the rest of them are down way lower, so that we just want you guys to be just even with everyone, with all the competitors that will be in the D-League, and then even the 12 or more competitors in the GBA. So moving on, do you have any league experience or Smogon experience in battling? Now, I know that me and everyone else in the analyst group has had experience in both or just one, and they really use that knowledge well in terms of their points in talking and the way that they can associate a coach's actions with their own experience. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for someone who has not done this for a really long time, but just someone who has an actual experience they could draw from and then talk about it. We don't want anyone who's like, oh, I've never played Pokemon before, and this is the first time I've ever picked up a game. And so next up, how much free time do you have per week? And then what other obligations do you have per week? We need you to be honest in this one. We want to know if you have a job. How many hours do you work per week? Is it 40? Is it 60 hours per week? How far do you have to travel for that job? That's going to kind of affect your free time. If you have school on top of that, are you still in high school? Are you in college? Are you in grad school? How much school work do you have, and what are your obligations in terms of school? And then on top of that, what else do you do? Do you have a girlfriend? Do you have family obligations, religious obligations, stuff like that? We need you to let us know from the beginning what type of time you have to give to us. Now for this, obviously, we want more time so you can take that initiative and kind of create series and be available and stuff like that. But we also are very well understanding in terms of, we know you have lives, we have careers, or we have jobs, internships, school, stuff like that. But we just need to know from the beginning where you're at in terms of time, and we need you to be honest with that. That's the bottom line on that one. Moving on from there, we have the editing skills section. So do you have the capability to edit videos and images? All of us in the GBA, we have edited videos, we've edited images, and we've had the capability of doing that ourselves. However, we want to add people who can also take that load, that burden of sorts, off of us and kind of handle it themselves a little bit. Do you use GIMP or Photoshop? Do you use Camtasia? Do you use Vegas? Do you use other video editing software that isn't really coming to mind right now? We want to know that, so that maybe if there's a video that you want to take on, or that we need you to handle the audio recording, do you have the capability to do that? Can you edit it all together with images? Can you upload it? That's what we're looking for. That's what we need from you guys, and that's what we're really kind of focusing on, because having more people to edit, having more people to upload that aren't just a core 4-5 people is really important. It allows us to kind of take one of the roles that we've had to deal with that's been rather large and kind of delegate it amongst all of us, which I'm sure will help the entire league overall. What kind of mic do you use? Do you use a snowball? Do you use your laptop microphone? Do you use a Logitech headcam like I use? We just want to make sure that when you talk, it's not like you're talking into a wind tunnel. We want to actually be able to hear your voice and have a relatively good way of recording that's not totally horrendous, that the quality of your sound is going to be way different than someone else's. So obviously we're not looking for pristine, professional microphones here. And finally, we have the video sample section. This is what I was talking about. We are requiring all applicants to submit 2 5 to 7 minute long videos. Now, it's relatively short. We don't want a 19, 25, 40 minute diatribe of you talking about the 2 things we're going to need you to cover. No face cam, Don't want to see your face. We just want narration. Simple audio, because it'll show us what type of mic you use. It'll show us how well you talk. If you no, if you mumble. We just need simple to hear your voice on two separate topics. First topic being your top 3 mons in this format. What mons do you think are good and why? We need to hear that. We want you to just talk about. Now, obviously, you have a maximum of 7 minutes, so you have to cut it up. So we need you to cite, perhaps use some data, use some good examples, but we need you to do it in a short amount of time. Now, 5 to 7 minutes might seem like an eternity for some people, but we just need you to break it down accordingly. And the other one is covering the best or your preferred or the most effective coaching strategy that you've seen in the GBA format and why. Now you can cite past coaches, present coaches, coaches in other leagues, and you can explain using their method why you think it's the best and what makes it so effective. Is it heavily defensive? Is it mixed? Is it balanced? Is it bulky offense? Is it hyper offense? What makes it good? What makes it effective? And why has it succeeded? Now, for both of these, we just want to make sure that you have thoughts and that you have a way of talking about it and breaking it down logically, a way that we can follow it, so that when you talk to viewers and you make your own series and you discuss it with someone else in the video, that they can follow along what you're saying and perhaps build on it, and make better content out of. So just something to kind of tie in with all the stuff I just talked about. All the information that you're giving us in terms of the questions and the videos, it needs to be as truthful as possible. We don't want anyone to deceive us, especially with the time, the age, and the time you have free per week. We want you guys to be forward with us, not deceptive, and if there's anything you need us to know about, you let us know as soon as possible and put it in the responses so that we know what's up with you and there's no surprises. We're not looking for any more surprises, anyone who's going to just stop being dedicated halfway through a season. So with the videos, they need to be listed as private and emailed to us at I believe it's GBAFish, so GBAOFF @gmail.com. That'll be on the next slide, so you'll be able to see what it is in case that wasn't clear. And then with the name, I know it says video sample image, with the name of the video that you're sending to us, and by sending to us I mean listing it as private. So make the video. This is why we need you to have YouTube. We need you to make this private on your channel. Take that link, that private link, email it to us, and then this is the title that it needs to be of the first video that marks out the 3 mons that you think are the best in the format. Applicant name, GBA Analyst video 1. And the second one, same thing. Just say video 2. We don't need it to say, please pick me, this is the best one. That's it. Nothing else. No more, no less. And then moving on, we have, there's your email name. But we need the subject line reading applicant name, position you're applying for, and the date of the email that you're sending it. There will be a deadline. I believe it's probably going to be about a week and a half after this video goes up. So today is currently the 4th. The deadline will be the 14th. So the deadline will be August 14th. And from there we'll be picking probably relatively soon after that. And we will kind of figure out who we like and who we don't like. We hopefully will have a lot of applicants, great applicants that will make it hard to choose from. But like I said, you have 10 days after this video goes up, and then if we see you apply, you send it to us on the 15th or on the 14th but I guess deadline's going to be midnight on the 14th. If it says you submit it on the 14th, but it's our email says it comes on the 15th, it's not going to be taken. Just letting you guys know. So the subject title is going to be applicant name, position you're applying for, so analyst, and the date of the email that it's sent. That's all we need. And yeah, pretty much will wrap up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see a lot of people apply. And if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section, the didgeridoo, the blah blah blah. And down there, if you have any questions, anything that wasn't necessarily clear, I will, or someone will answer your question and be able to clarify what it is you're asking. I like I said, I always read the comments, and you don't have to worry about somebody not answering you. So we hope to see a lot of you guys send your applications and really show us what you got, and we will, hopefully we get a nice bigger group of people to work with in terms of analysts and stuff like that. So as always, this is Tom, and